Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to come to you with a really quick lesson. As you can see, I'm in my hotel room. I just finished the first day of clinics. They went absolutely great in North Carolina, in Durham, North Carolina, the International Musician Summit. It is amazing. First clinic here in this state. Pretty excited about that in North Carolina. It was amazing. I have another one tomorrow. But anyway, I was inside of the clinic and I was explaining something and came across an exercise that I never played myself. And I always explain to you guys or express to you guys that when I show you an exercise or show you something like that or a phrase or a lick, I always want you to take it and run with it. And this was one of those examples where I created an exercise and the concept is still the same, but I just ran with it a little bit and I kind of created it almost on the spot because I was having trouble doing something. And if you're having trouble playing a certain lick or a certain line or a certain phrase or exercise, what have you, make it into an exercise, something that you can't play or that's challenging to you. Make that into an exercise so it won't be challenging anymore, because the more you do it, the more it's going to get easier. So I always use the analogy, if you guys are old enough, when you started driving and you got your driver's permit, you're trying to take that test. How did you get better at driving? Just kept doing it, right? There was nothing different that you changed. There was no other rules that you missed. You just keep doing it. And even after you pass your test, if you're lucky enough to do that, you're still not that great of a driver, but the more you keep doing it, the more experience you get and the more comfortable you'll get with it and the better you'll get. But that's most people. There are some exceptions where some people still can't really drive that great. But anyway, that's another story. So here's the exercise, guys. It's built off of like the major thirds exercise. And if you haven't seen that, I can't even remember the name of it, but it's like thirds exercise or major thirds something exercise. You'll find it here somewhere, or I'll put a link to it up at the top. So it's the thirds exercise in C major. We're moving in thirds, all right? So the first one is a major third, the next one is a minor third, but we're just skipping notes, right? We're going C, E, D, F, E, G, F, A, G, B, A, C. All right, and that flip-flop back and forth type of movement, what type of phrasing is what I want to stick with. All right, so I was trying to make sure or suggest something to someone to learn their notes better. All right, and one way that I came about doing that is learning every single note in that major scale on one string, on every string, learning all of the notes, playing every single note that's possible on one string. So say for instance for the G string, the first open natural note that I have is my G. All right, so what I wanted to do, I wanted to skip 2 notes after that G in that major scale, in that natural scale. So the next natural note that I had was, I have a G, G sharp, A. All right, I don't want to play that. I want to play the second natural note. So there's an A sharp or B flat and B. All right, here's my B. That's the one I wanted to play. So I want to play my open G and then back to the one that I skipped. Okay, so you get the concept? So G, skip, back, boom. So it's still the same concept, we're just using it different on one string. So I want to do that and repeat the note that I left off on all the way up the string. So here's an example. All right, so that was for the G string. Now I want to do that for the D string. I want to do that same exact concept for the D string. So the D string, that's my open D, that's my natural note, that's inside of the C major scale. So I want to skip 2 of the natural notes. So my next natural note will be, that's E flat, it's E. All right, so not that one, that's the first one. F, all right, that's the next one, my natural note for that D string. So I want to do D, F, E. Okay, so that's the phrasing, that's the concept that we're going to work with. Okay, so you see what I mean? I'm playing every single note. I'm starting, let's go back to the G string so I can explain a little bit better. So I'm just really repeating the same exact concept, but just playing the natural notes of the scale. So I have, for the case of the G string, I have G, B, A. Now start on that note again, A. Now skip 2, that was B, C, B. All right, go back to that note. Now hit that note again. Skip that note, skip the C up to the D. All right, and I'll show you exactly. I'll have a diagram so you can see exactly what I'm skipping. So we're going to repeat that phrasing or that concept until we get to that high C. All right, so that might be different for some people on different strings if you have a short scale bass, but go as high as you possibly can. We're going to do it on the A string as well. Okay, so you see what I mean? Every single string, you get the idea. I won't do it on the E string. You get the concept. The concept is the exact same. Do this at a slow pace. It's like triplets. It's like doing triplets because you're doing groups of 3. Or you can, I mean, you can cut it up rhythmically however you would like. That's what I mean by take it and run with it. So you can switch it up like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you can switch it up rhythmically whatever way you want to, but just make sure it's a steady metronome beat. Make sure the pace is comfortable for you. So like I said in the beginning, guys, I took a concept that I wasn't familiar with, made it into an exercise, and hopefully when I'm practicing this more and more, I'll be more and more comfortable with it, and I'll be able to, you know, freestyle or, you know, just move comfortably along the fretboard with this type of exercise and maybe create some lines. I might do that now, not sure. But anyway, make sure your notes are coming out clean, clear, and precise. Everyone take it slow. I'll see you next time.